Good morning, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to the Moroccan cookery classes. Well, I hope you are all well and safe, and I hope you're having good time for the week for the summer holidays, um, and a bit of sunshine as well. So, and also, I hope you had some trial of the recipes that we did before. So today we are going to cook with okra. Well, okra, it's something that we use in Morocco at summertime because it's a light, it's not very heavy vegetables. And what we do with it, we cook it with some lamb or beef, mostly lamb, to be honest, because it's summer. It's like I don't know, but they consider lamb as light meat for summer. When it's like really hot, it doesn't feel like too heavy on people if you don't eat too much of it, that is. So what we have here, we have some meat, and you can use lamb shoulder, chopped, or you can use some lamb cubes or whatever, because mostly we cook lamb on the bone. So if you're fan of that, you just choose the your preference piece of lamb. Okay, so we have some onions, and I'm using red onions, but you can use either red or white. I have two pieces, two tomatoes to thicken or to add to the sauce. Then I have my magic box, and you know about my magic box by now. Turmeric, ginger. I'm using some black pepper and a bit of cumin. That's what I'll be using with that. Then I'm using some coriander and olive oil. But what I start to do now is I cook with vegetable oil, and I finish it off with the olive oil, or I'll do the mix at the beginning. So that's basically what I have. Then I have the famous okra. So let's show you this. So we have okra two ways here because I had to show you this. So I have the okra, like what you call ladies' fingers, some people call it. And like you say, okra, it has a bit of like spiky hair. So that's when you come to prepare it, if it's too much of it, you can just scrape it. I'll show you later how we'll do that. Then we'll have the frozen okra. And the frozen okra, like you say, it's very little. Yes, some people might say, just to mention, if you have any questions or anything, please put them in the comments and I'll come back to you. Hi Janet, hi Irene. So the okra, we have the small one. It's frozen, and honestly, it's good value for the money, and it's good enough for doing this dish as well. When I was younger, I never liked okra because of course you all know, because it's slimy and I don't like it. But as I grow up, I knew how good it is, and I start to cook with it, and I learned from mom how to prepare it without having that slimy looking, and without seeing that at all. So I start cooking with it now and again. So I use frozen okra. It's good value for the money, and I am not advertising anybody, but it just that's what it is. And you can buy it from the ethnic shops. If you are around somewhere where you have them, go there, and they have variety. Choose the one that's close. You see, can you see the picture? It's like it's not open, it's not sliced in the middle or anything. If you have never cooked with okra, I would show you how it looks inside. So inside it's like this. It's like little seeds, and you can see that. That's how it is. You can do a lot of things with it. You can make side dishes with it. You can dip it in the butter and fry it, and it's really lovely. And that's one way to avoid the slime. If you want to dip it in the butter and fry it, it just cooks. You don't say anything like that. So, and for the preparation, I show you later how to prepare it. Okay, so let's start with this first. So we have the meat, and here I have mixed lamb. It's not like shoulder or anything. It's like a mixed. Really, it's not even, it's mutton. That's what it is. I'll show you how it looks here. It's up to you how you see how it is here. So we can say that's how it looks. So once you have the meat like that, you put it there and you start with your onions. Again, it's something that you have the base. I'll just start okay. So we want the base to be a bit thicker, and we want it to be a good sauce without adding any thickenings or any flour or anything. That's the good thing about Moroccan cooking. If you don't eat any you don't need thickening. You just use the spices and the onions, and that would make your sauce really thick. You don't need any flour or corn flour or anything. Very, very rare that we do that kind of thing. So any questions, please ask. Don't hesitate, and then I can answer you either now or after when we finish. I'll do that. So I have about three onions. It's the onions, that's what we making the base with, or we starting the process. So let's just start warming the sauce. One thing that I would like to say and to mention for summertime and like cooking stews, because with the heat, as you can imagine, people there, it's like you can't really eat too much anything hot, but sometimes you want something warm and like without not too much. You don't want salad. That's what I mean. And when you don't want the salad, you cook with these vegetables. So you can do onions by itself. That's a lovely tagine, very light and really tasty and good. We do quince. I will if I find quince, I'll cook it with you. And we have okras, and that's kind of. Then we cook again with sultanas and dry fruits as well, for like light hot meal, if you see what I mean, without having to have potatoes and a lot of vegetables in it. So that's really what we do. Yes, it does put you off if it is slimy, I must say. I was the same. So once you slice the onions, you add your oil. Just warm it up first so it can, and like you can see, it's quite you just get it to warm up, then so I would say about 5 to 6 tablespoons of oil. I've got here a big spoon. If you have if your meat is quite add the olive oil now for a bit now, then I'll finish it off later. 2 tablespoons, I would say. Then we have, just put that. I'll just get the salt. Yeah. And just leave that to cook there and get some salt. So then you have, at this point you'll put some salt on because you want your onions and your meat to be seasoned. Just the salt for now until it gets warmer, then we'll add everything else. Yes, if you tried it and you cooked with it, please, yeah, try and show us the photos as well. Please, please, if you cook any recipes of mine, please share the photos with us. That would be really lovely. Don't be shy to however it came. It doesn't have to be whatever. Just show us your recipe. Even if you adapted it, please share it with me. I would love to see it. So you can hear the sizzling now starts. So what we're waiting to do is to start to like soften the onion and the meat start to become brownish, not too brown, but just seal it a little bit, I would say. You don't have to do like just do it this way, then you add everything, and really it's a one pot wonder, if you see what I mean. It's like you add everything into it. So the spices we are using today for our recipe are ginger, and like we said, ginger, it's a good spice and good for our immune system and all that. Turmeric, add turmeric to your food, and just make it like, instead of buying supplement, just add it to your food, and that's really good. Just look for the 100% no artificial stuff in it. So really, if you good quality turmeric, and that would be really good. Then we add in some black pepper, not a lot of it. You can see the meat now, it's getting just for the meat. When you buy the lamb, always think, we all know that lamb shrinks, and if you want to feed about 4 people, just make sure you have, for example, if you want to feed 4 people, I would say I would buy about 40 no, I would buy 3/4 of a kilo, because by the time you cook it, you'll have a very like it would shrink. So that's how I do it. It might be like too much. It depends if it's on the bone. It's not too much meat. You might not have too much meat, but if it's just pieces. So that's basically our meat starts there. So what I need is about a teaspoon of ginger, and like I say, I always add a little bit more. A teaspoon of turmeric, about half teaspoon of cumin, and here I had the black pepper and the cumin mixed up. So I would say about level teaspoon of black pepper. If you don't like the black pepper, don't put too much, because some people they do it does have indigestion with the black pepper. So just be aware of that. And some black pepper, it's really like the powder one, it's quite strong as well. So you can see now all our now the smell here is lovely. You can see it now all getting. So once it's like that, what I'll do, I'll just put the heat down and cover it up and just leave the steam to do its magic for now. So that's our first bit. So while it's happening, what I'll do is I'll take some coriander. I would say about a handful of coriander, and just rinse it there. I'll chop it up, and all that goes at the beginning, and at the end you can still do some like leave some for a bit of sprinkling on the top at the end. So for garnishing really at the end. So this, with this you can, when you cook, if you cook too much and you think, oh, I am on my own, I can't eat all that, you can't freeze it. You can put it in the freezer and just get it out and then add the okras later. So I'll do this here. Then while I'm doing this as well, what I'll do is I have here some the tomatoes. So the tomatoes, you can either peel them and then put them in, or you can just grate them, and that's what I do it. If you are not fun, really, you can, if you want to peel them, if they are too soft. So what I'll do, I'll just do it this way, grate it. So the tomato, the fresh tomatoes, it just helps to thicken the sauce and to give that nice flavor for the juice, the gravy and with the meat. that's basically our tomatoes there, and we'll mix everything now. So keep your eye on the gravy, on the juice, and the fire, and the so you can see now it's still all the flavor, all the juices that are there, and we haven't added any water at all so far. So you can see and all this onion would disappear eventually, you won't see it at all. So I'm gonna cover it again and just leave it. It's all like time and patience. That's what I would say for this recipe, and for any tagine really. Slow cooking is the key for these things. Okay, so let's come back to our okra. So when you prepare the okra, this is if you buy the fresh one, that is. So you see this head, it's like up there. So don't go any further than a tiny bit like that. So you see, I've just taken the top of it. I didn't take any more. I don't want to see the seeds, no. Then I'll come to the end and I'll take a tiny bit again. That's basically what it is. And the reason why I do that is because I don't want it to be slimy. So if it's really hairy and like sometimes there's quite a bit of hair, just go very light on with your knife, just like that. I must say to buy okra, like fresh okras, they are a bit dearer. It's about 650 or 680 per kilo. So if you want to, and this is about 250 grams of okra. It's light. It is light on the weight, but you still have to. So the other thing that I must say is you can wash it before, not after. Wash it and dry it. So wash them prior. In this case, you don't have to dry it, but if you are going to make it like into a side dish or fry it, you might have to. So just. So basically that's what we do into it. So we'll take the ends like that, and at the bottom very little, and just put them there, and again and again. So this one was done. Then we just keep doing it until we finish them all. When you buy it frozen, you don't have to do anything to it. You just straight away from the bag to the dish. Once your meat is all done. So like so. I used to choose the very tiny ones to eat if I had to eat it like at home. And they have to be all like closed. They don't have to be opened up. But I can't tell you the health benefit from the top of my head, but it is quite a good veg, and it's full of goodness. So you might say to me, oh, that some of them, they are too big. But what you can do, if it's one that's too big, you can just slice it, like chop it into two. The reason why I'm leaving it big like that, because I want to have a little display on the dish there when I display it. So when I arrange it in the dish, I want to keep it. Okay, that's really steamy. So you can see our meat is going nicely. Then once is that, I haven't added any water yet at all. So I'll add the onions instead of the water, the tomatoes, sorry, the tomatoes, and I just mix it again, and that would do the job for now. You can see it's really, so then just cover it up and leave it to cook. Okay, so that's basically the first bit's done. Okay, so let's show you the okra, the other okra that we have here, and it's the frozen one. The frozen one, it's really very small, and okay, so what we have, so this is the okra, the small one, and you can see it's all like closed up. It's not open like I said, the seeds. It's no seeds showing. That's what's. And this one is easy when you do it in this dish. It's quite easy to swallow, especially for the people who's doing it for first time. That's basically very little and very dainty. Any questions, please just ask while we are waiting to show this. And it's quite good value for the money for the frozen one. So it's a pack of how much in it? I think about 500 grams. Yep. It's no measure, it's no size, no weight there, but about 500 grams, and it's quite good price because it was 180.89 or something like that, which is really good. And you can just use what you need and leave the rest to freeze. So basically that's the difference between the two. Okay, so because I know we won't have the slow cooking for the meat, it's always takes a long time and longer time. So just to show you the sauce now, how it is. If your dish is getting drier and you think, oh, this is going to be burned, just take a bit of water, some water, and just add a bit of water, and that won't harm, because just like this, I would say about half a cup, and that would cook the meat, would allow the meat to cook well. At the same time, it allows when you put the vegetables, they will be it helps it to cook with the steam. If you when you buy the meat, if you buy lamb shoulder, it's quite fatty as well. So sometimes if it's a lot of fat, don't put too much oil. So that would the fat from the meat would do the job. Okay. Okay, so what I've done today, because like I said, the lamb or the meat always takes a long time. When I buy sheep meat or mutton or whatever I buy, it takes a long time for slow cooking. So I cooked one earlier, and I would just change it. So then I will. Oops. Except it doesn't accept this pan. Okay. Okay. Let's find a pan that we can use. Sorry about this. So this is how your sauce would look, and we are going to change this pan as well anyway. So that's how it would look, the sauce. If you say it's quite thick, don't be scared or worried about, oh, it's too much oil. The thickness of the sauce, all that of that oil and everything, the vegetable would take it in, and that's how we are going to do it, if you see what I mean. So what I'll do here is I'll take my okras and I just display them like that. They're too big. Just take smaller ones so I can use the other one as well. So that's what I'll do with the big ones. So it's all the same. Then I'll take some of these, the baby ones, and I'll put them there as well. The pan doesn't work with this hob. Sorry about that, but and that other meat is not cooked yet to put the vegetables on. So sorry about this. I'm just trying to provide some. So that's basically what we are looking to do. And once you do that, all the steam would cook these vegetables, because we have this meat, so it's already cooked. You don't have to use both. You can just use one. It just that since it happened to have the both the fresh and the frozen, that's why I'm doing it this way. But you don't have to. You just buy one kind of your preference. If you prefer the fresh, buy the fresh. If you prefer the frozen one, for the first time, just buy the frozen one and try the dish like that. So the next thing I would do is to cover it, and obviously the steam would just keep going around, and that's how it's done. And it's just to follow the principle of the tagine, because you know when that cone is on, the steam goes around and round, circulates, and that's how this vegetable is cooked. And basically that's how you would you can serve it in the same dish that you cooked it in. You don't have to change the dish as well. So that's our way to do this dish. So the next one, once it's all cooked, you might tell me, oh, how do I know it's cooked? The vegetable would change the color a bit. Not won't change the color too. It just would look cooked. You would touch it and you would have it soft. And obviously, like I said, take the one of the small ones, and it would say just similar color to this, but it's not frozen. It's cooked and it's soft. That's basically what it is. And don't mix it, because once you do it this way, don't go with the spoon just make sure you have a bit of like enough gravy or enough water. If you think, oh, that's not enough, when you do this, add a bit of water like so, because I will still cook that. Just add a bit of water and leave it to steam, leave it to cook with it within it. That's what it. So don't attempt to mix it, because if you mix it, there where all the slime would come out, and you won't like it, especially if you had that experience or had a bad experience before. Just leave it to steam. And sometimes in the past, what I saw my mom doing as well, she steams the okras before she put them in this dish. So she cook them, she steam cook them, then just put them on the top and put some sauce on the top, and that allows like the slime to stay within the okras without coming out until you eat it easily. And that's basically how it is. One thing that I would say, we always cooked with the small okras. Like, we don't have these big ones, ladies' fingers, as they call them in in ethnic shops. We don't have them. We don't have this kind. We have like chobia kind, which is like the smaller one. So that makes it easier for eating as well. If you ever want to fry them, just make a butter and add a bit of curry powder or some masala or something. Then dip it in the butter and deep fry them. That will be really nice, and you can eat them just like chips or something, really. So yeah, that's basically what you do. You can slice them into twos, then dip them in the butter and fry them, or you can just fry them whole like that. Well, I hope this is good. It's been good for you, and I hope you would do this recipe. I know it's different, and I know it's something that may be unusual for you, but just try it. Please try it and share the photos with us. If you do ever try it, please do. Um, so yes, and if you have any questions, please just keep asking. Just go onto my page and ask question if you got stuck with something, not just with this recipe, with the recipes like prior recipes as well. Have a lovely summer, and I shall see you next month, hopefully. Um, please keep in touch and just let me know how you're doing with all these recipes. Thank you, and I will share the photo with you once it's done. It's all finished cooking. Thank you very much for today, and thank you for attending.